Today is the last Friday of the month of Sha'ban, and a day that reminds us a historic spiritual sermon by the Messenger of Allah, peace be upon him, addressed the faithful community in this Jum'ah and spoke about the importance of the holy month of Ramadan as a month of blessing, mercy, and forgiveness. One of the first things before Ramadan, for every faithful who is planning to fast during this holy month, is to have a good understanding about this month. Ma'rifah. As Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam said, Allahumma alhimna ma'rifata fadli. Oh Allah, help us to understand the grace of this season, the importance of this month. As it mentioned in the hadith, إذا لما حضر شهر رمضان قال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله سبحان الله سبحان الله ماذا تستقبلون وماذا يستقبلكم سبحان الله ماذا تستقبلون وماذا يستقبلكم سبحان الله ماذا تستقبلون وماذا يستقبلكم ثلاث مرات. He said it 3 times. He said, glory to God. Do you know what is it that is welcoming you? And what are you welcoming? فقال واحد من الصحابة وحي نزل أو عدو حدا. What happened, Ya Rasulullah? Is it like going to be another battle, or you receive different revelation? قال لا ولكن الله يغفر في أول رمضان لكل أهل هذه القبلة. I said it 3 times, then you are ready for that forgiveness, that the people of Qibla are going to be forgiven during this holy month. And then he started going to the minbar. ارتقى رسول الله على المنبر درجة فقال آمين. As he put his feet on the first stage of the podium, he said Amin. And then to the second stage, فقال آمين. ثم ارتقى ثالثة فقال آمين. And people were wondering that why he's saying Amin. Nobody said anything, he just keep saying Amin. ثم استوى فجلس فقال أصحابه على ما أمنت يا رسول الله. When he settled on the podium, people asked, Ya Rasulullah, what happened? You keep saying Amin. Did anybody said anything? فقال أتاني جبرائيل, because the Jibreel come to me. فقال رغم أنف امرئ ذكرت عنده فلم يصلي. Yes, this is the month of forgiveness. But sad news for 3 kinds of people. Number 1, those people who don't care about the teachings of this prophet. They ignored him. They don't respect him. They don't honor him. It's not a personal matter. It's about his mission. They don't appreciate. Sad news. They don't deserve this forgiveness. And then Jibreel قال رغم أنف امرئ أدرك أبويه فلم يدخل الجنة. Sad news for those people who had parents, who lived with their parents, but they did not appreciate their life with their parents. They lost their parents without doing their duty towards their parents, and they died. There is no forgiveness. Aqul walidain, those who don't care about their parents, their fathers or their mothers, both. there is no good news for Aqul Walidain, those who deny their parents and ignore and don't respect and don't honor. And number 3, فقال رغم أنف امرئ أدرك رمضان فلم يغفر له. Sad news for someone who went through the entire month of Ramadan and still is not forgiven. Shame. When else and how else someone can be forgiven if going through 30 days and still this guy is the same? It's bad news. Brothers and sisters, you see that the holy month of Ramadan is a great journey. The time for transformation is coming. Today, if you want to pick up one word from this lecture, that word should be the word of transformation, change. And the Quran, Allah gives us 2 tools for this transformation. Number 1, the tool of the Quran. The Quran is a technology of transformation. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. The guidance of the Quran. What other guidance, what other tool or technology of transformation better than the Holy Quran? للتي هي أقوى, the best principles of guidance. That's the strongest tool. And number 2, صيام شهر رمضان. كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. The tool of fasting to transfer us, to change us, to make us totally different person. Taqwa is the real meaning of total transformation. لعلكم تتقون means to transform, to become different, to move from ignorance to education, from poverty to prosperity, from racism to respect, from division to unity, from bloodshed to brotherhood, from revenge to reconciliation, from fighting to forgiveness, and from isolation to outreach. This is the meaning of transformation during the holy month of Ramadan. Today, just a few hours ago, I was invited to the police department by Chief Haddad to say a few words. They had a press conference regarding the campaign that Dearborn police started giving education to the community to stop car stealing. The campaign is called Lock It or Lose It. If you don't lock your car, you are making it target for the crime. They told us, the police told us that in Dearborn, just city of Dearborn, the average, there are 700 cases of car stealing every year. 700 cases. So the police obviously tries to provide safety and security and telling community, lock it or lose it. Be careful. I mean, when you leave your car open, it's 50% of encouraging the thieves, giving them now opportunity. We make it easy for them. When I got a chance, I appreciated what the police department is doing, but I mentioned that the court, police, and prisons are only a part of solution, not the entire solution. There are more than 7 million people, 7 million Americans in prisons or under probation, but still crimes continue. If court and police and prison was the entire solution, after 7 million people arrested and being in jail, we shouldn't have problem. This tells us that we need another tool of transformation, of dealing with the roots of crimes. And I particularly mentioned the role of faith and family values, of raising children from the beginning to be honest, to be Ahlul Taqwa, and to be pure, and be respectful. There are people in certain countries now, like in Iraq, in Yemen, in Syria, that they are living in the hell of poverty, hell of war, hell of hopelessness. But still there are so many of them, because of their faith, though they are poor, though they are hungry, they are not going to steal. They are ready to sell their organs. They sell their kidneys to get a few dollars and to put food on the table for their family, but they are not ready to commit crimes because of their faith. This is something that we have to emphasize. And for this reason, brothers and sisters, education matters. I said ignorance and poverty are two main causes of crime and stealing. So we have to fight poverty and we have to fight ignorance, replace it with education. Education in science to provide good job for our youth, so they are okay, they have an honorable job, an honorable life, and also education in faith, so they are connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Month of Ramadan, brothers and sisters, is month of education. The doors of the masajid, they are open for people to come, for the youth to come and get educated. They get an opportunity to have a better vision for their life. It really hurt my heart. Just a few days ago, a person came to our office and he said that he was in prison for 8 years. Now, he didn't get a chance to go to high school, he didn't have no education, and now he's out of prison. He doesn't know any specialty. He didn't get any training. And in addition, anywhere he wants to go, even if you want to go and clean the bathrooms, they don't give him a job because they are scared because of his history. And he said, what is the opportunity for me and people like me to steal again and go back to jail again? So these are the things that needs the attention of the government and the people and the community and the interfaith, that we need to work together as a community to deal with these crimes, to deal with violence, to bring prosperity and education to our community. And month of Ramadan exactly is there to give us this opportunity to reflect. It's a month of reflection, it's a month of revelation, it's a month of repentance, it's a month of fixing our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we fix this relationship with God, with ourselves, with our families, with our community, then we don't have these crimes that we hear every day in the news. And that is the purpose of real fasting. It's not about just being hungry and thirsty. You think that God enjoys us to be just hungry and suffering? كم من صائم ليس له من صيامه إلا الجوع والظمأ. Imam Ali is saying that there are a lot of people, they are fasting, but all they know from fasting is hunger. What is this? While the real purpose of fasting, as Imam Sadiq alayhi salam said, فرض الله الصيام ليستوي به الغني والفقير, to bring that equality in the community. It's not only about the stomach, it's also about our eyes and our ears and our tongue. إذا صمت فليصم سمعك وبصرك وشعرك وجلدك. That's a total control over our eyes, what we say, what we hear. So the total body and the total soul should be fasting. What if we think about the message of holy month of Ramadan and say, well, I want to fast from lying. Lie is a big business. Look at the politician, look at the election all over the world. It's lying, big lies. Backbiting, gossip, khulf al-wa'da. How many of us, we claim that we are faithful and we are Muslim, and we promise and we break it? You can ask our secretaries here office. A lot of people, they call and say, I want an appointment, I have a problem, I want to talk to Sheikh. And they put the appointment and, wasting my time of, put this as a priority, as an emergency, dealing with people, and canceling some other things that I have to do, and coming, and then they don't come that time, and they don't even call that I don't come. This is a maraz. This is a cancer of khulful wada. This is maraz akhlaqi. This is a moral disease, khulful wada, that people don't honor their commitment. Month of Ramadan is just to teach us and to bring us through this total character transformation. And masajid, brothers and sisters, supposed to be as in the hadith, al-masajid suqun min aswaq al-akhirah. This is a market of his kingdom. Is time for shopping for our soul. Ramadan is not just shopping for dates and all of this stuff that we think is for Ramadan. The real shopping of Ramadan is shopping for our spirit. من دخلها كان ضيف الله عز وجل يراه أهلا للمغفرة. Those who come for shopping in the market on the month of Ramadan, they are the one who get the attention of Allah to receive His forgiveness. And subhanallah, how ghafilun many of us. Today when I came here at 10:30, believe me, I couldn't find a place to park my car. The parking lot was so full that I parked my car in front of the entrance of the masjid. And then I left the key. I said, I'm going out. Please, if when you got a place, can you park my car if you find a place? Just because there are some stuff for the kitchen, some food, some vegetables, some this stuff. And the Quran says, قُلْ مَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ خَيْرٌ مِنَ اللَّهِ وَمِنَ التِّجَارَةِ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الرَّازِقِينَ. We come just for little material stuff. Just before the salat. And we forget about the real tijara and real dealing with someone who is khairul raziqin. You are looking for this little matan qalil and you forgot that he is the best provider. Come to the masjid for Salat al-Jum'ah too. Well, that is okay. That's why we have it. It's nothing haram. It's good that, masjid is not just for prayer. If we can provide something material to help people, that is rewarding. That's good. But more than that, qada al-ruh, ta'am al-ruh, that's more important. And this is why the masajid should be open for the youth al-Rahman, for the guest of God to come and get His rahmah, His maghfirah, His al-ma'rifah, education. We are not Saudi fusaq and zalimin al-munafiqeen, those who close masajid Allah on the mu'mineen. إن الذين كفروا ويصدون عن سبيل الله والمسجد الحرام الذي جعلناه للناس سواء العاكف فيه والباد. Masjid in Mecca should be a place open for everyone, for those who live over there, residents of Arabia, or for the visitors, foreigners who come. Allah says should be equal place for everyone. But they يَصُدُّونَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَالْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ. They closed. They said Iranians, they could not come. Now we complain about Donald Trump that said Muslims be banned from coming to the United States because there might be some people, wrong guys among them. At least he can justify it for some people who follow him. But what is the justify of the Saudi royal family to ban a big part of the ummah from coming to masjid, to hajj? For Adam Manasik al-Hajj, what is that justification? In here, yes, some people, they received the visa and they came and they caused 9/11. They committed some crimes. But what did Iranian and the Shi'ia do Did they ever kill anyone in Mecca and Medina? The opposite happened. They were killed. They were massacres more than once. And they still insist to go and visit house of Allah out of their faith. They risk against this danger, still they want to go. But then they stop them. What do you expect from the people that Quran described them? إِذَا تَوَلَّى سَعَى فِي الْأَرْضِ لِيُفْسِدَ فِيهَا وَيُهْلِكَ الْحَرْثَ وَالنَّسْلَ وَاللَّهُ لَا يُحِبُّ الْفَسَادِ. What do you expect from corrupt kingdom? That when they have opportunity, they destroy people. And when you tell them, اتق الله أخذته العزة بالإثم, when you say, اتق Allah, stop it, they get even more arrogant. And Quran says, go to hell, فَحَسْبُهُ جَهَنَّمْ وَلَبِئْسَ الْمِهَادِ. You deserve it. You stop people from coming to do their Hajj and their ibadah in the masjid. And this is the situation of an ummah that United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon should condemn the Saudi royal family for killing more than 1,200 kids in Yemen. Now a non-Muslim should come and ask the Khadim al-Haramain al-Sharifain to stop killing the kids in Yemen. وَإِذَا الْمَوْءُودَةُ سُئِلَتْ بِأَيِّ ذَنبٍ قُتِلَتْ. And worse than those politicians, those paid preachers who justify this filthy business with their evil fatwas, they justify attacking hospitals. Wow, my goodness, anybody is sick or injured goes to the hospital, and now they come and they attack the hospital. They justify the rape and selling of the woman in the market. They justify it. They say they are not Muslim and they deserve it. They justify burying people alive. All kinds of torturous tools of destruction and death used by this Zalimin and oppressor. And one of them is that they bring people and then they bury them live. فَإِذَا الْمَوْءُودَةُ سُئِلَتْ بِأَيِّ ذَنبٍ قُتِلَتْ. They kill women who oppose so-called jihad and nikah. And they said, now that you will submit, they kill them because they don't want to be raped and they don't want to be sold. And they don't want to be submitted. Allahumma inna nashku ilayka faqd nabiyyina wa ghaybata waliyina wa kathrata aduwina wa qillata adadina wa shiddata al-fitan bina. Allahumma akshif hadhihi al-ghumma عن هذه الأمة اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج والعافية والناس. Brothers and sisters, I want to mention at the end of this sermon that today is the 3rd of June. Remember that 27 years ago on such a day, Imam al-Khomeini, this great hero of history of Islam, passed away in Tehran, and I was there on such a day, 3rd of June. I was in Tehran and I witnessed how more than 10 million people, subhanallah, never happened that 10 million people escort a janazah. And that is how popular this man who, for the first time, overthrew a corrupt kingdom with 2,500 years of roots and history and replaced it with a republic. A republic with the spirit and vision of Islam, and guided people to the path of freedom and independence. And he called and showed respect for the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as a common experience of human experiences, coming to this conclusion that all people are created equal and they deserve to be respected. That's something I told in the press conference at the police department this morning. I said it's important, we appreciate what you do. We appreciate those police officers who do their job professionally and politely. And they do their duty with respect. You can enforce the law, no problem, enforce the law, but you don't have to humiliate the person. I mean, if somebody is driving over a speed limit, sometimes unintentionally, thinking, and all of a sudden doesn't, forgot that it's over speed, and all of a sudden stopped by the police, I mean, you can go and enforce the law, give ticket, whatever has to be done, but there is no reason to be disrespectful to the person. And especially if disrespectfulness is for the color or the race or accent or appearance of the individual. Imam Khomeini called for respect for human dignity and human integrity. I'm not saying that all the ideas and thoughts of Imam Khomeini and the vision that he had about establishment of Islamic Republic all are materialized 100%. Nobody claimed that. But at least he opened that vision and he showed the path. And I'm sure that there are so many people over there that they are committed to the vision of the founder of that republic. And they are working to make it happen. I know that some of you may have so many questions about fasting and, mufattarat of fast or muharramat of fast or makruhat and mustahabbat, and there are so many. And this is why we have a program here, inshallah, every night, starting from Monday night, to answer this question. I had a seminar for the youth and dealt with all the details of fasting. Not everybody was there a while ago, but at the same time, please don't hesitate to ask, either directly or email or text or telephone. But the best thing is just to come to this evening program. We start from this Monday, and we used to have this program before Maghrib every year in the last 2-3 years, but then we got some suggestions that it's hard for some people to make it before. Now we made it after the iftar. Now they are complaining why you don't have it before iftar. So it looks like there is no perfect time. But remember that the Ramadan situation is about complaining back and forth. It is Shahr al-Siyam wa Shahr al-Sakha wa Shahr al-Musharaka. Most important. Yesterday I received a call from a family. The husband is in jail and he is asking for some CD or DVD. He says, in Ramadan, I want to listen to some ad'iyah. You see how much we take things for granted? And they asked me to call that prison and talk with the chaplain of that prison and say this is the way, and I call and they said send an email and we answer this way, and there is a process. We do our best and at the end we are not sure if the person would get that. This is the situation that we take things for granted. The opportunities. We have 4 speakers for Ramadan. You think it's easy? Some of them coming from overseas. Finding quality speakers in Arabic and in English. And taking care of their tickets and accommodation and gift for the time that they are providing. Lots of work for a long time. But when everything is ready, you see so many people in the community, Shahr Ramadan, subhanAllah, Shahr Argile, and Shahr just socialization, and Shahr al-Musalsalat, and we forgot لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. We forgot about transformation. We forgot about the message and mission of month of Ramadan. We totally forgot about all of this. That this month is there to use these 2 tools of transformation, the Quran and the Siyam, to change us as family, to change us as youth, to change us as a community, to change us as the entire world. So brothers and sisters, take care and appreciate ni'am Allah. اذكروا نعمة الله عليكم وإن تعدوا نعمة الله لا تحصوها إن الإنسان لظلوم كفار. We are unjust, ungrateful with all this ni'am that we have. We are sitting under the air condition. and you look at the state of this ummah, the suffering, the hell, the pain, physically, spiritually, psychologically, depression, death. So now that we have this opportunity, let us enjoy it ourselves. Let us bring our children to learn in Ramadan. Encourage them, push them a little bit. How come we push them to go to the school? We don't say, oh, you know, we don't want to force them. When it's time to take your kids to a school, you are not saying, I'm not going to force them. Why is it that when it comes to Ramadan and Salat al-Jum'ah and Shahr al-Siyam, we don't want to force them? I'm not saying really force them in a sense of, you know, violent forcing, but I'm saying encourage them and push them and let them understand and appreciate the grace, the gift, the opportunity that Shahr Ramadan is going to bring to us. Your participation, your support for the iftars, for the services, for the time that you are spending in the masjid, all are blessing for us, and they are source of peace and source of happiness. And we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this opportunity that He is giving us another chance for change. And He gave us choice that is not forced, but it's silly not to use it. It's silly not to take it seriously. وأقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولجميع المؤمنين والمؤمنات في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر وإلى الصلاة إن الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.